Nick Bruce, how are you?
I am very well, Kyle Carlson. How are you?
Good. I'm just checking out your new skate park for the first time, and it's quite an impressive place.
Thank you.
So how long has this been? 2 months?
I got the building officially December 16th. I got ramps started building maybe January 6th, and then started riding in here February 3rd. So it's been roughly a few weeks, maybe almost a month now. Oh, it's been a month. 1 month of riding in here.
So we're 1 month in, and I feel like I've already noticed the difference in your riding. How do you feel?
I feel the same way. I feel really confident on the bike. I'm able to do tricks here every week that I wasn't doing weekly, probably like every other month, if that. So I'm really happy.
What are some of these tricks? I know I've seen some, but what are some of the things you've brought back or started doing again?
Mainly the decade flip / cork 7 down whip, whatever it looks like anymore. Just because I wasn't comfortable trying them at Rays. Same with Oppo 3 flips. Some other moves.
Now, to be clear, why weren't you comfortable trying them there?
Mainly because of the ceiling. I think I sent my first Oppo 3 flip like right before the new year in Rays, and I was like inches from the ceiling, and it freaked me out. And then same with the decade flips. I was just doing them in foam every day and not on the resi, even though I've done them on the resi there, but it's just like it's not comfortable to the point where it's even worth doing. So
you have an extra thing to worry about.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables. Nothing against Rays, but there's a lot of variables considering when you're doing stuff on that resi.
So how high are the ceilings here?
30 foot. Well, it's like 26 on one side, and then it raises up to about 30. And it was really difficult finding an actual building that was higher than even 20 foot. So
I know that you've talked about doing your own park for a while, and I know it's a pretty hefty investment. And I know you're a guy that doesn't like to spend a lot of money. What made you finally pull the trigger? Was there a certain instance or something that made you be like, hey, let's do this?
Yeah, just going through, looking back on last year and dealing with like public park limitations. I was just like, I really just want my own private spot. I was kind of just fed up. Like, I truly love Cleveland, and I love riding with all the locals and even the young kids at the parks. But having to wait till like 4 o'clock for Changa to open, having to just revolve my day around the schedule that didn't really fit in my schedule was kind of really tough on just me and my home life. And then I would have to wait, and then I wasn't doing exactly what I wanted to do on my bike, even though there's a million things I still want to do at Changa or tricks I could learn there. It's just like, I just felt kind of tough. Like there was actual ceilings there that were keeping me intact. I hate using that, like, oh, like Changa's limiting or Rays is limiting, but to a point it actually was, because after riding here, even within the first couple of weeks, I realized like, wow, I have a more potential I could be exceeding than I was at Changa Race.
So you had issues with having to go by their scheduled times and whatnot. You had issues with sometimes the park are busy. You're talking about riding with the public and stuff. You had issues with the ceilings. Since we're still young here, but do you feel like this solved those problems?
Honestly, yeah. Like another one was even flip oppo whips. I hit the ceiling a couple times at Rays, like jumping off my bike and like sliding down on my chest, like stuff like that. It's just like I don't have to worry about that ever in here. And there's just like no hesitation, like, oh, can I actually pump as hard as I can on this ramp? Because or am I going to hit that ceiling right there? Or do I have to like go slower? Here I could just go balls to the wall, and it's been really exciting. It just keeps the sessions exciting. Even the local dudes that have been riding in here with me, their riding has transformed even in the last few weeks, which isn't much time at all, but just providing like a bigger set of ramps that we don't generally get to ride has been really fun and helpful for everybody's riding.
So the Brewhouse, huh?
Yeah, the Brewhouse.
I know you as a man that I've tried to make drink beer many a time. You generally refuse.
Yeah, I generally refuse the beer.
Why is this the Brewhouse?
Just to keep it the coffee themed. Originally, I wanted to call it like Cloud 10, but didn't really fit. It was kind of weird. But the Brewhouse, I like coffee a lot. And I have a bike named after coffee. I have my signature gloves with fist that's coffee beans. So I was like, well, it kind of works. And I wanted my last name to be hinted in it, like Brew's House. I don't know if it's identical to that, but in a way it is. So yeah, just coffee themed, and we're brewing up some stuff in here, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
So it's no secret that you're in the running for the Olympics right now. Was that one of the things that enticed you to pull the trigger and get your own spot?
I want to say yeah, but I also want to say no, because this was planned. This has been a goal of mine before even Olympics were announced as a BMX freestyle sport or Olympic sport. I'm sorry, I worded that weird. But no, this has been a long time coming. Like, even before I moved up to Cleveland, I was looking in Youngstown, like, oh, I need my own spot so I don't have to drive up to Cleveland. Then I moved up to Cleveland. Now I'm like, I would need my own spot, or I have to move to North Carolina or Woodward or who knows where. And it just worked out. And but I mean, it certainly helps moving forward into this year, being able to practice more and possibly progress my riding before the events coming up.
So you're in the running for the Olympic spot. I know it's really tight. How do you feel about all this? Do you feel good right now? Do you have any goals or path in sight? Anything you're doing specifically to try to get in there?
Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited for what's coming. There's still plenty of time and a lot of work ahead of us, especially with what's going on in the world right now with the coronavirus. Anything could truly happen. We don't know what's going to happen, but kind of just treating it as if it's happening, and I'm going to do whatever I can to keep healthy on the bike and progressing. And I feel pretty confident as I keep riding each day in here, and every time I'm working out, I just feel strong and confident, and I'm really just aiming to do my best and be fully prepared for whatever comes, if it happens or not, or anything. My goal is just to continue to stay as 100% prepared as possible, and that's all I can truly do, and the rest is up to what happens, you know.
What else is on the horizon for 2020?
BMX-wise?
Life-wise, everything.
Life-wise?
I know you just bought another house. You're a landlord now.
Yeah, so I just officially signed my first tenant, and I became I'm a landlord now, which is super exciting. That has been a long-term goal as well. And yeah, I'm now a landlord, own my first rental property, and that's just exciting because that's something off the bike that I could kind of focus on, and just keeps fun and like helps shift my focus off of riding when necessary. So it's a good outlet, and it's fun, and it's going to be a fun learning experience because I want to own businesses in the future. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And there's still a ton of events in 2020 on the bike. So yeah, it's a lot of exciting stuff this year, I feel like. And then just a lot of sessions here in the Brewhouse with me, Marcus Christopher, and the local dudes, and just excited to keep riding.
Any last pieces of advice for the world out there?
For the world? I would say save your money, and you'll never know what could happen if you just start reading some books and make little goals each week, and just taking one step at a time to figure out what you can do and what you want to do.
Are you trying to turn everybody vegan?
No. I want to shed some light on the veganism stuff. I don't push it on anybody because it was like a long journey for me to even get to that point. I'm not into it for like health reasons, which a lot of people think I am. I'm more into like the animal side of things and like how ethically and unethically non-veganism is. So for me to get to that point in my own personal journey, I can't expect anyone else to get there. Like, that's a personal journey for everybody. Like, if they want to find out more, like figure out how to love other beings more. I don't know if I'm getting too weird.
You're getting pretty weird.
I'm sorry, Kyle, but I just wanted to share it. Yeah. But if you don't want to eat meat, good for you. If you don't, you suck. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.